Easy. Hello, and thank you for joining me here at Real AM Bully Talk. My name is Cameron Dee Ah Viss, and they're probably over there questioning yourself whether or not I have a bully. And you hear my bully barking? Well, EO told me I have a budget bully. I mean, and she's got a freaking ferocious growl and shit. But I'm like, I still love her. But you know what my thing is I really want to highlight those top breeders out there in Washington, California, Oregon, Idaho, and Arizona. I know that there's a lot of up-and-coming kennels, those ones that are in the pillar of the bully community that have so much expertise to offer. We want to really be able to have a community that fosters support instead of bashing and knocking people down. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this. Without further ado, let's get on to the episode. Hello, and thank you for joining me here at Real AM Bully Talk. And I have with me the master at Big Dog Bully Kennels, John Keinath. And hey, John, you know, I just kind of want to give a little bit of backstory on our relationship. And I met John on Facebook, and I had posed a question about whether my bully was undersized. And some people scathed me when I asked John for his honest opinion, and John was always positive. And from that point forward, we become friends. And from that point forward, I always said, you know what? I want to be a part of the bully community that's fostering growth and is supportive. I see so much bully bashing and people being nitpicky on just being mean. And you know what? Maybe that's a fact of life, but you know what? I want to do what I can to change it, and I want to help support people that want to change it. And so, without further ado, John, go ahead and just give me a little bit about what got you started with American Bullies, and you know, come give us your story. I mean, let's go from there.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much, Cam. I'm deeply humbled you had me on your show as a guest, and I'm honored. I really am. You know, anything to help the bully, help the breed, help the community, help growth in the Pacific Northwest, and you know, just shine a beacon of light to the rest of the world as far as what we're doing up here. You know, right. We've got amazing dogs. We have got amazing dogs up here in the Pacific Northwest. We've got amazing breeders. We have a lot of support that we give to each other. And we look, that doesn't mean it stops there. We could always do more, you know. There's always more that we could do for each other to help each other, you know. My thing where it started out was when I was a kid. I was 14 years old, and the cool guy down the street had a couple Dobermans, and he brought home this big old pit bull. And after a couple of weeks, his mom wasn't having it anymore. And I was there in the driveway. She's yelling. I got my BMX bike, and you know, I was like, well, I'll take the dog, you know. And I'll tell you what, that dog was with us for 10 years, man. And beautiful dog, man, Shane.
Exactly.
You know? And I never had to yell, Shane, come back, Shane, because he was always right there. You know, he's a beautiful dog, you know. And all my life, I've had a love for animals, dogs, all animals. As a matter of fact, you know, I see a spider, man, I ain't crushing. I pick it up, put it outside. You know, I'm just that guy. You know, but actually, you know, as of recent, you know, I was gone for several years. I was incarcerated. You know, and I learned the error of my ways. I used to have a life before this, and it wasn't such a great one. It was very negative. And this time that I spent in there, was to work on changing myself. You know, I didn't want to just be that guy that came back out. I want to be recognized as a returning citizen, you know?
Exactly.
With the name, you know, like if you know me, my name is John. If you don't, my name is Mr. Keinath. You know, no nicknames or any of that old nonsense, you know, just I want to be a law-abiding, upstanding, God-fearing citizen
Right.
in community and be able to give back. You know, so 4 years ago, almost to the date, 'cause I've been out for a year, I met my wife, Teresa, and, you know, she, what do you want to do one day? You know, cause like, man, one day we're going to get to be kids again, you know, cause you know, she's coming up on retirement in the next 4 months. And you know, like people don't hear a lot. She's on a lot of people's pages, but she don't say much, you know, but she knows a lot.
She's supportive. And, you know, and that's what I love about her. She reminds me of my wife. She's supportive, and she's right there to behind every strong man, whether a lot of guys don't want to believe this or not, behind
Hmm.
every strong man is an even stronger woman because they put
I'll
up
tell you
with our
what, yeah.
stuff and our dreams, and sometimes those dreams kind of fall apart, but they're there to help us as long as we help support them. So, yeah,
And you
definitely.
know, and you know, and since we started putting Big Dog Bully Kennels together, you know, our first dog was Thor, our second one was Freya, you know, and I was like, man, we're a long way away from any kind of litters or anything like that. So I went and bought a couple foundation dogs. You know,
Uh
I
huh.
went and bought Ace, and Ace a lilac tri pocket bully, and then I went and bought Chanel, who is a Merrill black Merrill pocket bully.
Right.
And all of a sudden, 2 months later, she went to heat. We did an AI, a couple AIs, and all of a sudden, boom, we got a litter. You know,
Right.
but you know, the whole time I was locked up, I was studying on these dogs.
Uh huh.
I was emailing people all over the world, and people were actually responding. Nobody said, "Hey, you're locked up. I don't want to talk to you." They're like, "Man, you know, what can I do to help you?" You know, and
Right.
it was really cool. You know, like people really they give back. You know, um, and it was special because you're automatically a part of something that's going to be a lot bigger than what you thought it was when you get out.
Exactly.
And it's a different kind of community, you know, because there's people in this bully community that aren't just about dogs. There's people who have struggled with addictions, people who have struggled with gambling, people who have struggled with drug use, people who have struggled with poverty, people who have been homeless. I mean, no, you know, you're going to find every kind of person that you possibly can in this bully community who has had the ups and downs, just like me. You know, I'm not that
Ex-
guy who says, "Oh, you don't know who I am. You can't judge me. You haven't been in my shoes." Man, there's 25, 30 people in this bully community been in the same shoes as me. You know what? And it's refreshing because in a lot of ways it's almost like a dog NAAA kind of meeting
It's
thing, you know, because we're all
it's like a
here.
bond.
Yeah,
It's like a bond. It's kind
it
of like
is.
Mike Tyson and the
Yeah.
pigeons. You know what I mean? Where
You know, you
growing
gotta
up
have you
here.
gotta have your thing like bullies and bullies anonymous, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, you know, it's like there's people that I've met that that are incredible people in this community, you know. And then what I was studying on the whole time was on these adult dogs, these big dogs, these big dogs, because all my life they call me Big Dog, That's where the
Right.
name Big Dog Bully Kennels comes from because I'm the big dog.
Right.
I was always the big dog. So, okay, that's what we're gonna name it, Big Dog Bully Kennels. And then, all of a sudden we got these dogs, Chanel and Ace, and they got a litter. But the whole time I wasn't studying up on pups and how to whelp litters and how to feed and how. So man, all of a sudden here I am reaching out to my bully community, like, hey man, this, that, and the third. I tell you what, man, people were so supportive, from the second
I
that I
love
had
it.
to yeah, from the second that, all of a sudden, we're waiting on Chanel, we're counting the days, day, 59, day 60, day 61, and then somebody's like, damn, John, you're getting pretty close, if you count from that first AI, she might have gotten pregnant the third day from that first AI. It didn't mean it happened 5 minutes from when you did the AI. It could be 3 days later that it takes.
Right.
So, my homegirl says, she's a vet. She says, you might want to start taking some temperatures. Oh, okay, yeah, cool, because I'm waiting to see some other signs. Man, I go and take her temperature. Boom, it's 98 degrees. Oh, what? It's
Wow.
98. And you know what? And to me, that's go time. We're day
Yeah.
61. Her temperature is 98 degrees, and I'm trying not to panic. I'm like a new father.
Oh,
But
right.
but but mama dog can't say, hey, don't worry, dad, I got this. Everything's cool. I'm panicking because you can't talk to your dog.
Right.
I know that she's pregnant. I know she's at day 61. I know she's at 98 degrees. I know these pups could be coming within 24 hours. So I'm calling everybody. I have a pretty good crew of people that I could call at a moment's notice. They're always going to give it to me straight, and everybody's going to network. And that's the
Right.
important thing. You when in this bully community, find that five, that handful of people where in a
Right.
heartbeat, you could reach out to them and you're going to get everything that you need. No different than if you had a sponsor and you were having troubles.
Right.
You got a
I
few
like
people you can
that.
reach out to. Yeah, you got a few people you can reach out to when it hits the fan. Because when it hits the fan, it's real. Because the only person that dog has is you.
You.
Okay?
Yes.
And that off the top, that dog has is you. And then I had to network to to give Teresa a call to get Teresa home. So then I had to get in touch with Bobby. And I'll
Uh
tell you
huh.
what, Bobby Schmidt is the number one vet in the whole Pacific Northwest. I'll tell you what, this woman is a saint. And I'll tell you what, she does her thing, and so many people go to her. The love that she has, the respect she has is because she's genuine,
Right.
And she said, come on, let's go, get up here, So we went up, we got up there, and and now all of a sudden this whole thing is coming to real, and now all of a sudden, we got mama dog on the table. She's getting ready to get anesthesia, get oxygen tube down her throat.
Right.
Got her upside down, and prepping her and stuff, and it's like, man, this is real, And then you got them pups coming, and now you're in a whole different dimension because now you're a breeder. You're not just a dog owner. Now you're a breeder.
Exactly.
Because now you have a litter, and you got to whelp this litter, and you got to do everything you can, to get past that 2 week point,
Right.
Because that's your most critical stage, making sure that you're up every 2 hours, I'll be honest with you and everybody else, man, I didn't get to shower for 3 days because you know what? My
you got to
priority
do what
was
you got to
Mama
do. Yeah, you got to do what you got to
gotta
do.
what
You
gotta
know what
do.
I mean?
And I tell you what, I run upstairs and I throw a peanut butter sandwich together or a couple of slices of ham on some bread and get right back to it, man.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, but you gotta be there because you don't know how this mama dog is still gonna react to these puppies.
Right.
You hear stories, and then you hear other stories that are like what happened with my dog with Chanel. Fell right into the groove, loved her puppies, took care of them, kept them clean, made sure she rolled over, she kept them all fed,
Right.
And you hear other stories, and and then they're not so good, like sometimes things can be bad, mom. Not every mom in the world, whether you're a dog or a living human being, is the best mom,
Right.
And it's
True.
sad in both facts. Yes, and in both factors, it's sad. Not everyone's meant to be a mom sometimes, I guess,
Exactly.
So in that, I would hope that everybody would like to be a great mom, but things happen, things happen.
Exactly.
And in that, man, we got the litter, the puppies grew up, start advertising them, start putting them on Facebook. I always show my stories with my dogs. We're 100% transparent up here at Big Dog Bully Kennels. You'll always see me doing something fun and exciting with the dogs.
Totally.
Whether it's feeding them, playing with them, snack time, out there in the pool, out there in the yard, chasing bubbles, eating whipped cream. Like they live a life as if they're just a regular kid. They have fun.
Yes.
And I got a great group. We did some pivoting. We did find a new home for Thor. He is doing excellent. We found I was going to rehome Freya, and I wound up finding a young lady that has a TBI. She was in a car accident when she was a little kid. She got a traumatic brain injury. She had just lost her dog a couple weeks before, and what I did was I rehomed Freya with her, and this little girl is doing amazing. And just to let everybody know, she's coming out of her room. She's going on walks with the dog. She's actually going back to her special needs school, and that dog's changed her life. And
that's beautiful. Love it. Love it. Good stuff, man.
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. But we got a lot of work to do still. We got a lot of things going on. We got a bunch of beautiful dogs up here at Big Dog Bully Kennels. We got puppies that are at their 6-month point. We got other ones that are coming up on 8 months, a year, 13, 14 months. Okay. We got a few dogs right now that have just gone through their first heat. So in that, we got big things on the horizon here, man. Mission is doing incredible.
Oh, definitely.
Mission's doing incredible. Ever since we got him from Bobby Hurt over there, Top Secret Bullies, and I can't say enough for Top Secret. Them guys are great. Mission paid for himself in almost 3 weeks in stud credits. Almost 12 or 13 of them.
Yeah.
At $1,000 a piece, that was the special. Mission's stud fee now is $2,000. He's got 2 litters on the ground besides the ones that he had with Top Secret Bullies. And I tell you what, he had one with a micro and he had one with a nano. So in that, we've proven that Mission can produce. Mission and the litters, they're a rainbow of colors too. They're just gorgeous in every way. So we got that, and everybody knows about Gianna. We do have a Kobe daughter here. Yeah. Gianna is a direct daughter of Kobe. She comes from breeding with Kobe and Kobe's sister Pebbles. So she comes from an inbred line. She's 100% pure Kobe blood.
Right.
Yeah, she's not a line breed. She's at 100. Okay, up here in the Pacific Northwest, and we have some things that are going on with her. And at any time, she could be going into heat. I'm working really close with Brad Hakala, the owner of Kobe, and I'll tell you what. When you want to talk about an individual who is one of the best people I've ever met in my life, it's the owner of Kobe. It's Brad Hakala.
Yeah, definitely. I want to get him on here as well because, like I said, you guys got great stories. So,
man, yeah, I'll tell you what. You know, we at first I worked out a stud credit with him, you know, and then we had for Kobe, and then we had an opportunity to get actually Gianna is his wife's first pick.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Gianna is not supposed to even be here. Okay.
Wow.
But because we had a lock in with Brad, talked with him, you know, he talked with his wife, our living situation, our beautiful home, property, the other dogs, everything that we're doing here. Brad thought it would be an incredible idea for me to be able to get her. And you know what, we're blessed, we're fortunate. And we have Gianna. She is a 100% Kobe daughter. Okay.
Right.
In that also we have a Kobe credit, stud credit with Brad down there, but also with the purchase of Gianna, we got another credit to be able to use with a few different dogs that he has down there. You know, one of them,
wow.
one of them is Pretty Tony. Okay, and
Right.
Pretty Tony's a gorgeous dog, and also Pretty Tony's son, who's a chocolate try. You know.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I tell you what, them chocolate tri Kobe pups are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my God. They're to die for, you know. So here in the next few months we will be breeding either Pretty Tony or Pretty Tony's son to Gianna. And then off of that, the keeper that I keep from that litter, that female, when she's old enough, then we will be using the Kobe credit and we'll be putting Kobe to that female, to that daughter. Yeah, because what we want to do here, yes, we want to keep the Kobe bloodline up here at Big Dog Bully Kennels. We want to keep it 100%. You got some people that have some dogs that got some Kobe blood in them, you know, and you know, you got and hey, they're beautiful dogs, and you know, everybody always talks about keeping it 100, you know. That's the one thing that I'm trying to do. Me and working with Brad Hakala is to keep that bloodline that I have up here with the Kobe line 100%. You know, not 75% or 50%, because at the rate we're going, we're working on something that's going to be miraculous. You know, and working with Brad. You know, Brad can't keep enough pups to sell. So in that, by me buying into the program, you know, we spent, like, it's public knowledge, we spent $25,000 to buy Gianna, you know, and we spent another $3,500 for a Kobe credit. So we're near $30,000. And, you know, like people told me, man, that's probably the biggest and best decision that you made, was spending that money with Brad, because you bought into a $500,000 empire, you know, like, as far as your own goes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, $30,000 is going to make you X amount of money, because you never know what kind of pups are going to be thrown. But, you know, for the most part, the majority of them pups are going to start at $15,000. So you got something, there's something really going on
to work with, definitely.
Sure. We got another gentleman who's a part of, you know, the Kobe line, and, you know, he bought a female and did a breeding, and tell you what, he just got $100,000 for one of his pups, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, we're not stressing over here. We're not worried. We take everything with a grain of salt. We take everything one day at a time. You know, Mission's doing his thing. You know, he's helping elevate other programs out there in the world.
Right.
Other people in the community, people who had gorgeous female dogs. You know, micros and nanos. And you know, when you got these people that are having these pups, and all of a sudden they're getting $7,500, you know, or $8,000 for a pup, and there's 5 pups. That's life-changing money.
Oh, definitely. And you're 100% right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, it's crazy. We're making some big moves, and wow, I love your vision, man. I love the vision,
you know,
and your direction where you want to go. You know.
Yeah, you know, and it's nice to see people happy. You know.
Yes.
Like when we had the Chanel and Ace litter, I had multiple families that came over here and, oh, can I grab my puppy out the bin, out the whelping bin? You go right ahead, and just seeing the smile on little kids' faces, it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. How many puppies are in that litter? 8. That's how many lives you're going to change. How many puppies were in that other litter?
Yes.
5. That's how many lives you're going to change. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You change every puppy is changing a life, changing a family, changing the structure of another person's home. Because they have to bring it in, and then everything molds around that puppy, around that dog. Because that's one of the new focal points, and that you want families to come together, man. It's
Yes.
the world's been a rough place for a few years now, and it's been in disarray. And I'll tell you what, one thing that really brings families together is pets. And kids love their pets. They love their puppies. They love their dogs. They love their birds, their goldfish, their cats. And I'm just happy that I could do my part with my dogs to make other families happy, and other families become a little bit better well off because of through a breeding and stuff like that. And it's a good feeling. We've got a lot going on here at Big Dog, and I tell you what, um, we're blessed. We're
Yeah.
blessed, and I'll tell you what, everybody says,
Yeah.
man, you're doing incredible. You're doing incredible. You know, I don't see it because I just go to routine,
It-
and it's the same. It's the same routine every day. What do I
yeah.
do? I sit up out of bed. I put my slippers on. I come upstairs. I make my coffee. I fill all the bowls full of food, and then I stand there in the kitchen, lean against the counter, and I watch everybody eat. And I
Yeah.
see how everybody's responding
Right.
every day. Every day that you could see a different response in a dog. Like maybe one's not wanting to eat, maybe one's really wanting to gorge some
Mm-hmm.
food. So I sit there and I just watch them, and I take in just how incredible that they all are together. Because one of my things that I like the most up here is temperament. Okay, the temperament with your animals, it shows in everything that you're doing, taking care of them wise, how
Yes.
how healthy they are. You know, um, as far as being able to socialize them with other people, socialize them with other people's animals. We got multiple people that come up to Big Dog Bully Kennels with other dogs and stuff, and there ain't no animosity. They
See,
just
and
want to
that's
play.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
noticed that.
Yeah, they love to play. Oh my God! So in that, you see that when you breed a couple dogs, you see where them dogs are going to be, where them puppies are going to be, as far as socializing
Uh
them and
huh.
their temperament and stuff. Because there's there's people who breed dogs that and are not they're not doing it correctly. You know,
Right.
and anytime I see something, or I see something on Facebook and I see some things in the background, I'm not gonna, I don't get on them people on the comments. I'll send them a message. Hey man, I just want to point this out to you because maybe it's something you're not seeing. 'Cause,
And
you know,
and there are people that they get that kennel blindness, and I talked about that in my intro. It's not about the dog being blind. It's about all dogs have flaws. They all do.
yeah,
And
yes,
you got to be able to embrace it, be able
mm-hmm,
to breathe through it. So if somebody's
mm-hmm,
telling you your dog isn't the best, it isn't some bashing thing as long as it's given to you in a constructive way. And that's, so how do you, keep from getting that kennel blindness? What do you do? What do you look at them and say, well, I need to pair it up with this dog, or you're more about keeping your bloodlines true. You know what I mean?
my thing is this. Um, I'm not so much worried about that. I'm worried about other owners and their blindness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I have had people give me gut level feedback. Like gut level feedback, is being able to take in everything that somebody tells you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and don't just. And I'm not going to tell you things to make you feel good because, or
Right.
else that's all you're going to hear is what made you feel good,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is out the window. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you straight. And if I hurt your feelings, well, too bad. But you know what? You'll call me back in a few days and say, you know what, man, I let that soak in, and man, at first I just wanted to just take everything you said and throw it away. But man, when I started thinking about it, I realized that unless I hear from people who really, really want me want me to improve, I'm not going to get nowhere. I'm going to be stagnant. I'll be stuck, you know?
Yes.
So in that, I appreciate you, man, for giving it to me the way I need it, Um,
Exactly.
and I expect the same thing from people, man. I got people that call me all the time and chew me up, like,
I
hey,
think
man,
that, like I said before, there's a constructive criticism versus
yeah,
bashing. It's two
yeah,
different things. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Between constructive feedback, and if I'm a grown ass adult, I can take constructive criticism and be able to know it's not personal, and these people are
hmm,
really trying to help me instead of bash me. And once you get enough
sure,
confidence to say, you know what, God, you really look into yourself and go, you know what? Maybe they are right. And
yeah,
there's too many of them out there that are just so cocky that their dog is the best. But it's like you mentioned something about, you know, about being the asshole in the room. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
there's a lot of them out there. And like I said, this is, I mean, I appreciate you, sharing your story. What about upcoming litters? What do you got going on?
Man, we got a few things coming on, man. When you get back to that constructive criticism, man, that's it's no different than a Fortune 500 company, okay? Like, how come we're not selling X amount of fire extinguishers? How come we're not selling X amount of microwave ovens, or
Right.
or the next greatest thing? So you send out all these flyers to all your customers saying, "Hey, what was your experience with us? How did you feel about your purchase? Where do you feel we could do better? And you get back all these reports from everybody, and you see that nine, 8 to 9 out of 10 things are the same thing from different people who don't know each other. You know that you got a
You
problem in
got
them
an
areas,
issue.
and that's where you got
I
to work. And
agree.
now all of a sudden you change, you pivot. You always
Uh
have.
huh.
If you stay stagnant, you will not grow. You have to be on your toes, not on your heels.
Yes.
You got to be ready for that next fight, that next wave. So in that, you got there's always room to improve. There's always room to improve. There's
Yes.
always room to improve. I'm always going to take whatever anybody could do to help me. You know, I'm really good. I also have some degrees, college degrees. I've got degrees in psychology and
Uh
stuff like
huh.
that I've earned through programs while being locked up.
Right.
You know, common thinking errors, and I've learned from my criminal thinking errors in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really good at separating the wheat from the chaff, also.
Yeah.
And all the people who I talk to who, oh, you'll never do that, you'll never get here. I love that energy. You know, I love that energy.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody says you'll never, or you can't, you won't, you know, or
So
you have
true.
to, you have, or put positive things on you like have to, need to, must. They're putting good demands on you, man. You have to do this to be better. You must do this to be better. You should do this to be better.
Yep.
They're putting healthy demands on you, healthy
Yes.
needs to help you move forward.
A hundred
Because then
percent.
people genuinely care. But as soon as somebody says, "Man, you ain't gonna," okay, cool. You just filled up my tank again. You just topped off my tank. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, watch me now. And then I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna double down and keep
Yes.
it pushing. But as far as like, what litters do we got coming up? What litters do we got coming up? Well, actually, a we're doing some ultrasounds tonight over here at Big Dog.
Okay.
Another fellow breeder, Brittany Wiley. She owns Bullseye Bullies.
Right.
A dear, great friend of mine, one of my best friends. She'll be out here tonight doing ultrasounds on Lola and on Chanel.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we had a lot of people that really tapped in, and they really want to see another Ace and Chanel litter. And they're like, "Hey, man, I should have grabbed one of them puppies when that first litter happened. I slept on it."
Right.
So what are we gonna do for our followers and our following? We're gonna give them what they want.
Yes.
You know, there's already 5 or 6 pups that are sold right off the top as soon as Ace and Chanel drop. You
Right.
know, because they slept on the last litter. So, in that we're going to give everybody give your customers what they want, give your following what they want, give your followers what they want.
Yes.
That's what they want. And I even said, what do you want to see? You want to see Mission or Chanel, Ace and Chanel, and then it piled up, and I added it all up. And man, everybody wanted to see Ace and Chanel again, because there's people that really wanted in on that litter, that first one,
Oh, right.
and they slept on it. It don't mean the pups are going to be more, because you know what, we're still going to bless people, and we're going to have a fair price on some bullies.
All right, hey man, I really love how you involve your Facebook followers in your breedings as well, and like you talked about just a second ago about the Asian Chanel, the demand of people saying, "Hey, what about another breeding of that one?" So, what I mean, do you take a poll, or you just kind of toss it out there and kind of see what happens?
You got a lot of people that are like, oh, who just would love to see what happens between a Mission and a Chanel, and we don't know what's going to be there. We don't, but we do have a good view of what's going to happen because of Ace and Chanel, and
Right.
in that, I got to give the people who, hey, they slept on the last litter, but hey, they're awake now. They see what it is. So you know what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's do that. Let's do that for these people. Let's do it.
Yes.
And
Oh, love it.
you know what I mean? So
Love it. Love
that
it.
was the first litter with Chanel, and then this one coming up will be the second one. And you know what? Her retiring litter, her third litter, man, we're gonna do the Mission and Chanel litter. That'll be her retiring litter.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Because you got to remember,
There you go.
Mission is an extreme exotic micro bull. He's she's a pocket. So in that it is what it is. They'll just be extreme bulls. That's how we'll
Yes.
mark them. They're exotic extreme bulls. So we have that.
Where'd you get her from? Where did you get Chanel from?
Chanel, I got her from a guy that lived over there in Tacoma. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he does masonry work and stuff like that, and I got her from him.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and also I got Ace from the same guy. Because what he
Oh,
was
wow.
trying to do is he wanted to start doing Frenchies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
But
I see.
Frenchies ever since that little guy won that Westminster dog show, man, the market's been tough for people. It's been flooded with Frenchies. And I got a beautiful Frenchie right now for sale that I call Frenchie, a little try, and man, for the price, people just they're not want to do it because the Frenchie market is so flooded right now. I called
So,
yeah,
yes.
I called the person that I got her from. I'm like, hey, man, and what's going on? She's like, John, I got 3 Frenchies I can't even give away.
Oh,
Because the
wow.
market got
Yeah.
flooded, and then all of a sudden you got the fluffies, the fluffies and the furries and stuff like that, and you got the Isabellas and stuff like that. You do have Frenchies that will always sell, but for the most part, a lot of the other ones, other than that, it's like people are steering clear of them, and you get different things, you get different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean?
Folks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and
So, what do you have? What do you have in line for up and coming available pups now, or pups that you're going to have available?
Well,
in
we
the,
got
say the near future.
we got pups that are on the ground right now. We got that Roma litter. We got the Luna litter, which is being whelped right now over at Troy Reichart and Laney Reichardt's house. They're whelping them pups for Tori and Ty Litch. The Roma litter is down in Oregon with Naomi Soto. People could contact her on Facebook. We've got we're waiting right now on a couple ultrasounds tonight. Brittany Wiley will be over here doing ultrasounds tonight, and we'll see what's going on with Lola, and we'll see what's going on with Chanel, where they're at, because we have dates that they're due, but we need to be able to confirm first. So we'll do that through
Yes,
the
definitely.
ultrasounds, which is very exciting, and then we're just waiting on Gianna, because I tell you what, that 100% Kobe blood that we got the hottest Kobe female nano in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
Ain't nothing topping her when it comes to that Kobe blood. There's some other things in the state that got some Kobe blood, but they're 75%, 50%. Beautiful dogs. But when I started working with Brad Hakala, there's something that I really want to do, and I want to really keep that. If we're going to keep it 100, I mean, what do you want? You want
Yes.
75% or do you want 100%?
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
you want,
definitely. And then exactly, I'm with you.
yeah,
I mean, I agree.
I want
I
that 100% in
definitely
everything that I do if I can get it, you know, I don't want
right.
to sell myself short because I would feel like I've let myself down, but by working with
Right.
Brad Hakala, I tell you what, and if you wanted, and if you really want some serious Kobe blood, honestly, you call up Brad and you spend that money. You drop that bag. It's $3,500 to get a Kobe credit. And I'll tell you what, I got one, and I'm so happy that I got that. Do I want to have
Right.
anything less than the best on my yard? No. Everybody's got the greatest dog. Everybody's got the best dog, but I want to have that blood. You hear about El Quincy talk about trust in the blood. Trust in the blood. That man knows dogs. That man knows bloodlines. And from
Yes,
that, trust in the blood,
definitely.
I believe wholeheartedly in everything that Brad Hakala, the owner of Kobe, is doing. Gold Coast Bully Camp, man, amazing. The guy's incredible. He's a rock star. The dog's
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the dog's a rock star. And you know what? Just it was a pleasure working with the man. Like I said, I spent nearly $30,000 with that man. And in that, it's like buying into a $500,000 corporation. Because he's
Oh
gonna mentor me also. Even though I know a lot, I don't know everything, man. But in everything that goes on with his blood and his dogs and that line, man, I need to. Hey,
yeah.
that's why God gave you two ears and one mouth to listen more and speak less. And when that man talks,
Yes.
hey, I tell you what, I'm all ears. Hey, there ain't no a
Yeah.
bomb could go off outside this window. I'm not going to hear it or what that man has to say because he's that guy. You know.
He knows. You know when
Yeah.
he just made a big fire move too when he got the Chucky credit from Dogman Yancey
Yeah.
so over in
Yeah.
Mississippi. The guy's like in one of the top breeders, if
Yeah.
not the top breeder
Sure.
in Mississippi, man.
Sure.
So
Incredible.
definitely,
Incredible stuff over there, man. There's a
oh,
lot of stuff
big
going on.
time.
I talk with people over there on the East Coast all the time. I'm talking to people down there in the Florida Panhandle, south of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm hearing about everybody
Hmm.
with their bloods are going on down there. And I tell you what, they got amazing stuff going down there too, man. All over the United States, there's amazing things going on right now. Things in Canada,
Yeah.
you got great things happening in Mexico. You got things overseas. I talk to people on these bully boards, these foreign bully boards over there in France, Germany, Romania, Poland, Yugoslavia. I'm talking to people all over the world. I'm not just talking to people that are here in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest or in the United States. I'm talking to people globally, bro. I stay with reminders on my Facebook that
Yeah.
I'm on my phone 7 to 8 hours a day communicating with people, you know. But
Yeah.
I'm home. I'm home
Definitely.
24/7. I don't have to go to a job that's 8 hours a day and then come home and deal with my dog. This is what I do. This is my life, you
Right.
know. And
Definitely.
in that, there's
Yeah.
other people who are fortunate enough to be able to do it like I do. And one of the people I give a huge shout out to is El Quincy. That man is he lives for his dogs. He lives for his
Yes.
family. He lives for his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's the same things. Same qualities, inherent qualities like I have. I'm living for my dogs, my family, and my kids to be able to hand this down to them one day. Leave something behind.
Yes.
And it's like
Definitely.
you're trying to create a legacy for your next generation.
For your family, your next
Yeah,
generation.
yeah. And in
Exactly.
that,
A lot of stuff
and in
going
that,
on.
there's a lot to do. And it's just it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
haven't worked a day in your life if you enjoy what you're doing throughout your day. So
Very, very
in
true.
that,
Very true.
I'm blessed. It's better to be blessed and praised. I'm always getting praise from people, but man, I'll take all the blessing I get because it really goes to my dogs because they're the ones that are
Yeah.
showing up and showing out. All I could do is put them in front of the camera. I could speak for them, but tell you what, they're the ones that do all the work. You know what I mean? And their job isn't really that
Yes.
hard because they're so good at it. They're great dogs. They're great dogs,
Yeah.
man. And just I'm really happy. I'm overjoyed with them. I got Ace. He's laying next to me on the ground right now. I got Gianna that's laying next to him on the ground right here. They just want to be right next to me. The rest of them are outside. They're all out there having fun. But a couple of my showstoppers I got sitting here right next to me. And the Gianna, she is incredible. She is, man. I tell you what, You stay tuned, man, because we're gonna have some real.
Oh,
Hey,
oh
oh
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. And then there's some shows coming up. What
Let
about
me
the Bully
let me
Commission?
let me
So
tell you about the Bully Commission. Okay, so we got Bullies and Barbecue. Okay, it's a meet and greet, and it's going to be in Tacoma. Okay, it's going to be an event that's going from noon to 4. Okay, and it's ran by the Northwest Bully Commission. Okay, if you want to find out more about that, you have to contact these people. Now, I want to give a big shout out to multiple people here. Okay, in that the
okay,
Northwest Bully Commission is made up of 4 members. Okay, we got Willie Washington. Okay, Top Shelf LLC. He's an exotic dog breeder. Okay, and he's also an up and coming nonprofit builder. Okay, for his native community. Okay, and he's also a public figure. He's doing great things in the community. He's also working with a man named Joe Black. Okay, another member of the West Coast Northwest Bully Commission. Icebox Bullies. He's an exotic dog breeder. You can catch him at Flawlips, FLAWLIPS LLC. That's his LLC, his nonprofit. He's
okay,
another guy believes in building
okay,
up the community and promoting dogs through through the community, helping bring people together through the dog program.
okay.
We got
Gotcha.
Mr. Mac Mays. From the Pacific Northwest. He's a bully braider, NWK Bullies, a public figure. He's here to bring the community together, also through dogs and through living and learning with the dogs, the bully breed, through families and more.
Mm-hmm.
He also got some amazing things that are about ready to happen. He just woke up this morning to 2 of his dogs bleeding. Okay, 2 of the females. So,
Oh
man,
wow.
yeah, and I told him, man, you got a 20 pup litter that you're gonna have to whelp, and he what?
Yeah.
A
Right.
great man. Loves his fishing. He's got a trucking company. He's got a lovely family, real humble guy. He's got some beautiful dogs, and he's about to do some big breeding coming up next few days. Also, we got Jay Smith, the 4th member of the Northwest Bully Commission. He's a member of Bully Mindset. Okay. The members that
Okay.
make up Bully Mindset is Mr. Jay Smith, Mr. Nardo Reese, and Mac Mud Money. Okay. 3 great guys. They
Okay.
work real hard. They got some productions on the ground. They've been building a bloodline for quite some time. Jay Smith's also an exotic dog breeder, a public figure, and also him too. He wants to bring the community together by helping others
Okay.
and by through the dogs. I mean, you bring
Good
happiness to
stuff.
people through dogs. We got another event that's coming up. It's Bully Bash 4. Okay, it's being hosted by Kennels, Mr. Sam Rodriguez. Um, he's putting it on by Kennels. That's going to be in Leavenworth, Washington. I
Okay.
believe it's July 29th that's going to be happening. Okay,
Oh,
and
okay. Okay.
I will be at both shows. I'll be at the Bullies and Barbecue meet and greet. Mission is on the poster. He is on there. Also,
Nice.
we're going to be
Okay.
in Leavenworth with Mission and Gianna up there in Leavenworth on July 29th. He's also on the poster for them too. So we're getting Missions all the way up and out. Now let's bring him out there. Let everybody see him, because I tell everybody at any time you want to come check out Mission, you're welcome to come up here to Big Dog,
Oh,
to come up to the
definitely.
ranch, come
We'll
see
do.
him.
We'll
But
do.
we will have him out there in full force. We'll have Gianna out there, and I might even bring another special dog with me too to the shows. But we're gonna hold off on that for right now. But right now, we got the 2 stars from Big Dog Bully Kennels, which is Mission, and Gianna that will be out with us in full force. Um, as far as
Sure.
female breeders, I don't think that the bully community is showing the utmost respect that we need to show for these female breeders that are out there. Um, a couple top female breeders right now that are out there. Number 1 would be Mrs. Amber Anderson. This woman has been working with dogs for years and years and years. And I'll tell you what, the wealth of knowledge that this woman has, I'll tell you what, she's an encyclopedia when it comes to the bully world with these dogs, okay? And you can find her at
Got you.
onebullies.com. ONEBULLIES.com. Another one is Nicole Dryden from Forever 20 Bullies, okay? And
I
yeah,
hear a lot about Nicole.
Nicole,
Hear a lot about Nicole.
awesome
Definitely.
awesome person, great woman, real family oriented, has a great lineup of dogs, and she really works hard at what she's doing. Also, my dear friend
Yep.
Brittany Wiley, she owns Bullseye Bullies, okay? And Brittany, she is she's all over the place today. She's going and drawing blood. She's doing PGs for people. She's doing ultrasounds. She's off grooming people's dogs, shampooing, doing nails. The woman, she
Wow, she's amazing. That's
from
awesome.
sun up to sunset. The woman is she's all go, you know. And these are
love
the
it.
three of the women in the bully community, and I could keep going, you know. And there's so many people that are not getting the credit that they deserve. And that's something that we can start working on maybe in another episode,
Yes,
we can start.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But for right now,
like
we
said,
got all these shout outs. We got the shout outs to the Northwest Bully Commission. We got the shout outs to Sam Rodriguez for Bully Bash 4. We got shout out to these three ladies right here that I see they're really doing the most right now with the bully community. Man,
right.
there's just so much that we could do. We got Mr. El Quincy who's coming up next week on your show, on your podcast. And I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
tell you what, man. I ain't never spent a cent with that man. And there ain't been a time that I've called him that he's never not answered that phone and helped me out.
Exactly.
But
very, very true.
Yes,
he does. I love the guy. He's funny. It's just never a dull moment with him. So,
and
good deal.
And Big Dog Bully Kennels and Game Plan Bullies, we have been talking, and there is going to be a collaboration between the two of us.
Ooh.
Yes, there is. But you know what?
Heard it here first.
Yeah. Well,
I'm loving it.
You'll probably hear it first on Real AM Bully Talk. Okay. Because me and El Quincy, we're going to play it close to the vest. So it's something that's going to happen down the road. But tell you what, I want some Game Plan Bully blood on this yard. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When you get the opportunity to visit the Bully Ranch.
Yeah.
It takes it to a different level, and so it's good. And like I said before, with this podcast, we're there to bring people together, not tear people apart.
Yeah.
And that we're just not about that. And I want to make sure we recognize everybody, from the female breeders to, every aspect of every breeder. We want to be able to say, hey, you know what? This person's doing it right. Let's give them some credit,
Yes.
And we're not about color. We're not about any affiliation. We're not about any of this. We're unbiased, and what all we want is to be able to create a group that invites inclusiveness, right?
Man,
and building up, not tearing down.
Man, we all bleed red. We all bleed red,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And
exactly,
exactly.
We all put our pants on the same way.
Man.
We just need to show each other respect, because I guarantee you, once we start showing everybody gets that respect, you know what? We're gonna all grow leaps and bounds. Kennels are gonna do things that we never thought possible before.
Yeah.
Like you said, that inclusion in that group and that community. Once we have that, even more than what we have now, we're going to be fire.
Oh,
so,
man.
You know what? Hey, man. So thank you so much for joining me. You know what? We're going to keep going and keep doing what we do, and we're going to keep bringing love to the bully world.